One of the most rewarding aspects of floatplane flying is the unlimited opportunities for exploring our country's vast number of lakes, rivers, and coastal areas. However, most of the time when you fly away from developed areas, there will not be a dock waiting for you to tie up, so you'll have to know how to safely beach your aircraft. Because the area you land in and ultimately where you beach your aircraft will be unprepared for float operations, it's your responsibility to ensure that the landing area is clear and the beaching area is suitable. You first start with an aerial inspection of the landing area. At a reasonable altitude, check for overhead wires. Often they're marked to alert aircraft of their presence, but unmarked wires are not always easy to spot. So in addition to looking over the water itself, observe the shoreline for evidence of towers, and in more remote areas, clearings in the trees indicating that wires have been strung towards the shoreline. If there are no wires that will interfere with your approach, landing, and takeoff, next identify the area where you want to beach your aircraft. Ideally, select a long, shallow area offering an even, firm bottom, free of boulders and sharp objects that could puncture the floats. A sand or pebble beach is ideal. As well, the water conditions must be suitable. Caution must be exercised when swells are present, and if large, a more suitable location should be chosen. Once you know where you want to beach, next check your planned touchdown area and also pay special attention to the area where you'll be taxiing to the shore. You should be looking for rock outcroppings, sandbars, debris, and any obstacles, including deadheads. After landing, follow your chosen taxi route and approach the beach at the slowest possible speed. Lift the water rudders and allow the aircraft to drift gently towards the beach. With an offshore breeze or a crosswind, cut the engine close enough to the shore to allow your aircraft to gently glide up to where it will ground. Step off the bow to turn the aircraft around tail in with the heels of the floats on the beach with the aid of a long rope tied to the rear of one of the floats. With an onshore wind, cut the engine 5 to 7 meters from the shore and raise the water rudders to allow the aircraft to weathercock into the wind. The plane will drift in with the wind, stern first or possibly sideways. When flying floats, you should be prepared to get your feet wet, which is preferable to hitting the beach with excessive forward speed and possibly damaging a float. If you have any doubt about the suitability of the shoreline, cut the engine earlier and paddle to it. Once ashore, make sure the aircraft is secure against the wind and wave actions. In coastal waters, extra consideration should be given to tide cycles, which greatly transform the water's surface and the shoreline. Planning to land right after low tide offers the comfort of knowing that your aircraft won't become grounded during a receding tide. But keep in mind that the firm beach that you grounded your aircraft on will soon be covered with water floating your aircraft, so ensure it's properly secured. When it's time to leave, simply position the aircraft so the heels rest lightly on the shore, start the engine, and pull away. Lower the rudders when the water depth allows it. Then taxi out on the same track you identified as clear when you taxied in, and using the same inspected landing area to depart. Beaching offers floatplane pilots a whole new opportunity to explore areas off the beaten track. But every beaching situation will be different and should never be treated as a routine maneuver.